Hey there guys, welcome to yet another video, and today we're driving to Hunedwara from Constanta. It's gonna be a 600 km long trip. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and hopefully we're not gonna get lost. We're in a dockyard for some reason. It's not like the most usual place to pick up gifts, but yeah, I guess, you know, sort of random setting. But yeah, that's the third delivery in Neuro Truck Sim 2, and for some reason we just picked up, oh god, texture, never mind, just ignore that GLS delivery. Anyway, I guess we're good. So I've never been to Hunedwara. It's gonna be yet another brand new city for me. You know, so we're gonna sort of discover it together. I've been like to half of the route at Pitesti, and there's a city between Constanta and Pitesti, which I've also been to. I think it's Bucharest, I'm not sure. But I've been there. So the only really new city that we're gonna see today is Hunedwara. But I've seen like it's a very challenging road. Apparently, it's full of, you know, herbs and stuff. It's very, very tricky. It does seem like so. We're gonna figure out soon. It's the longest trip so far. It's gonna take us nearly 1 hour. Nearly. Oh my god, I forgot you. Oh god, don't do that, huh, boys? That's what I'm saying. I always assume there's no traffic, and there is traffic, and I just sit there gobsmacked. Like, what just happened? That's what I meant. It's okay. It was time for him to brake and stuff and avoid a collision. But I should be a lot more careful on that regard. Gotta add that to my list of things to actually improve for next year. Learn how to drive, for God's sake. We know the Greenway. Do you guys know the Greenway? With an old truck? It doesn't look that green, does it? You know, how's that even green? It's almost 10 years old truck now. I don't know, but that's definitely not the greenest solution. Not that I care anyway, but you know, and it's about to rain, so we're gonna have an extra addition to the visuals. We're gonna have quite a bit of rain. As you can see, it's starting to get cloudy and stuff. No, it doesn't even rain. Let's see. Oh yeah, I gotta love the highways though. Pretty much no speed limit. We can go all the way up to the truck's natural limiter, which is 90. It's not much, but you know, it does the trick. It's fast enough. I miss when like all roads were like that, 90, and then they changed some to 80, which 80s is not cool. It's way too slow. 90 is okay. 80 is just, you know, it's not like that much slower, but it is. It's hard to explain, but it just feels so much slower, even though, you know, it's really not that much of a difference if you think about it. Mathematically, it's really the same thing, but when it comes to actual practice and, you know, just the fact that you cannot even keep up with the traffic, it's lame. And when you're in 90 though, locked at 90, you actually stand a chance, even though it's a minimal chance, but you do still, you know, still have the shot at, like, you know, catching up or keeping up with the traffic, and you don't feel like you're a turtle, you know. Because at 80, it's just way too slow. Even the AI trucks, they seem to drive faster at times and just overtake you, and you're like, hey, I guess the limit was 80. It was 80, right? And they just drive faster than you, and you're like, okay, yeah. Seems like it only applies to me. Fair enough. Oh, Lomita. That's a nice. Have you guys seen this sign though? It looks like a middle finger. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I swear I've seen a middle finger. Like, fuck off if you, like, you know, that kind of thing. It's a thing that I would do if I had my own road. I'm like, welcome to my house, but fuck off. With a great, massive middle finger, because, you know, why not? It's just me though, but it looks just like it, like the shape resembles it a tad. That's what I mean. It has like the landmarks and stuff. I left this DLC because of that. Like, the landmarks really add up. Really, you know, make you feel immersed in the whole Romanian subculture. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Some flowers. Time for some Semeshkin boys. Oh my god, my phone. I should really use like fucking vibrator mode instead. But, you know, it adds up to the realism. Let's just assume. Let's pretend. I mean, I'm a real trucker. That's a real truck. Let's go per 1080p for God's sake. What is that? 2010. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's, you know, gotta step up the pretending game. And if you add up to the background noise, the kids screaming, it's a beauty. You know, it's summer, the kids having fun in the pool and stuff and screaming loudly, and the microphone picks it up inevitably because, you know, that's what a microphone does. It picks up background, mostly because it's a condenser. So, oh my god, what is that guy doing, for God's sake? Come on. Okay. I did that like 10 minutes ago, so I don't really complain. Because I've, you know, it's a taste of, you know, of my own medicine, I suppose. Because I did the same thing. Not as, you know, because this time I barely had any time to react. I gave some reaction room to the trucker before. So, I would say not nearly as, oh god, they just keep... I'm gonna do something that I do not recommend by any means if you're gonna do that in real life. You could get fined, you could get arrested, you could get beaten up. Don't do that, but I'm gonna get cruise control on. It's on, presumably, and I'm gonna silence my phone because I just cannot stand that. It's dangerous. Do not use your phone as you drive. Do one thing or the other. It's a crime. But whatever. Let's silence the phone. Oh, so. Let's take a look. Oh shit, it's important. Okay, I'm gonna text and drive. Definitely don't try that, homeboy. It's not safe. But I really gotta do that because it's important. Oh boy. Let's just set cruise control at 57 per hour because why not? Okay, my phone just died on me. Well, It seems like I can actually do that properly. I can text and drive. I'm doing just fine. I mean, despite the fact I cannot accelerate and my fucking... Oh, okay, it's fixed. We fixed it, boys. Yeah. So despite the fact that I'm slow, useless. Oh, there we go. Doing the same thing again. See, just going straight without checking left and right. Even though it's not even... Oh my god. I'm just a disaster as a driver. Okay, we're back, boys. I was asked for some graphic design feedback, which I kindly gave my input. My very useful kappa, because it's really not useful. I'm kind of, despite the fact that I'm a graphic designer myself, I not consider myself a great graphic designer though. But yeah, I know the basics, know how it works, but you know, not really the most creative of the designers. I just, you know how to use the tools, but my brain just doesn't catch up really. And I really don't feel like I'm gonna step that up anyway, because that's not what I plan to do in a way. It's just part of my degree, so I had to learn it, but it's not like it's the main thing, or I rely solely on that. Yeah, the sole fact that I can do it to an extent. I mean, like give directions. I can definitely, but like coming up with a breathtaking logo and art and stuff, that's not something that I do, because I'm definitely not creative. But I can like transform creativity into reality to an extent, like digitality, let's just say that, because it's graphic design and it's Photoshop and stuff, so it's not real, it's not tangible, but you know what I mean. I can take it from paper to actual, screen. But when it comes to like doing it myself, like in the pen and the paper and shit and paper, then oh, come on, make an amazing, very cool logo for my company. Here's $10. Now go and shine, rise and shine. I would definitely not do it, because I really can't. I'm really bad at like coming up with a logo myself. When someone comes up with a logo and then I just gotta bring it to life with Photoshop, or I can sort of do it. I don't know, I've gotten a lot less creative as I got older. Like when I was younger, I could say I even had like a sort of knack for it, but nowadays it's just not the same thing anymore. My brain just refrained from being creative, I guess. I wasted it all when I was a kid. I had my own make-believe company and my own make-believe like PowerPoint presentations and stuff. I love doing it, like reports, and I'm just like, yikes, how could I, when I was 5, 6, maybe even 7, I wanted to run my own company, and I like to do pretend work, and I'm like, how could I, like for real, how is that even fun for me? And I just wanted to be a grown-up. And it turns out that the more you grow, the less you want to grow, if you know what I mean. Like, the more you hop into adulthood, you just like, can I just go back? Can I be a kid again and play games all day? School was easy, like before high school. It's just it's so much better than actually having to deal with a lot of shit, and there's a lot of pressure because you're gonna do well in life, and it's just not really worth it. If you can just cut all the responsibilities, you know, just play games and sleep, that would be a great life. But then again, even so, you know, there comes a time when you feel like something's missing. You know, there's that emptiness and you gotta fill that void. How do you feel that? And then you distract yourself with games and stuff, and it doesn't do it anymore. It's hard. It really is. You know, filling the void, and that's something that we don't quite have when we're kids. You know, there's no such thing as the concept of that void of something missing because you don't realize it's missing, or even so, you don't really miss anything that you never had, or that you never felt like you needed to have. Such is life, I guess. And then you go through like midlife crises and stuff, trying to figure out what you're doing with your own life, your life plans, and you know, come to terms with yourself, with your own decisions. It really isn't easy at all. It's about, you know, finding the balance. I would say, oh, you have to absolutely come to terms with yourself and accept you as you are and your decisions on how your life turned out to be. You just, you know, you just gotta take a deep breath and hey, that's my life, you know, partially my fault, sometimes not. Every case different, really, you know. Most of the time, or at least like, let's say 40% of the time, we do have our very own responsibility on that regard. You know, like, oh, you want to succeed in life, and then you know, you realize you haven't really been that kind of guy that studied a lot of stuff you didn't really, you know, because there's no reward without effort. And you ain't just gonna get stuff. It's not gonna fall from the sky, you know, effortlessly. It's not how it works. And then you just realize you've been, you know, procrastinating way too much in life. And you know, you regret doing that, but it's too late. Your life's already a mess. And you're like, oh man, can I go back and fix that? Or, you know, even so, like, if you think about it, it would probably do it all over again. It's meant to be, you know, when like things don't go the way you imagine them to go, like how you pictured. It's probably because it was not meant to be, you know. It's better that way. There's always like a reason. I'm not saying it's faith, like it's written. It's kind of like some believe, like that we all are born with our life already sort of, you know, written by an very powerful being that's, you know, it's kind of, I don't know, maybe. What is fate even, you know? It's kind of hard to specify. Is there really such thing? Or sometimes it does seem like so, like some people just, you know, they died too young, and it turns out they died for a reason, for a cause. And sometimes it's the opposite, you know. So, it's hard, you know. There are some things that I just do not understand. Like, if fate's a thing, why would someone, like, exist, come to existence, and then live like 5 years and die of cancer, destroy the family because, you know, he does a lot of damage. He leaves a massive void that cannot ever be filled. And is there a point to that? Like, if every life is meant to be meaningful, what is the meaning of that? You know, other than the very negative meaning. Like, why do kids die then? You know, how's that even, you know, they say God is perfect and merciful, and even though, like, you know, it does make sense. Some things just why children, you know. I'm not questioning, but on the other hand, I could be. Some things you just don't question. You don't question what you don't fully understand, what you don't fully grasp. You know? Because at the same time, there could be no God. There could be God. We don't know. We really don't. Like, if you put yourself into, like really deeply thinking, you can really come to a conclusion. Because even though, yeah, I could say he doesn't exist because we cannot see, we haven't seen God and stuff, but what if, you know, the same way one that says like God exists is real, but have you seen God? You know, a sort of thing. It's totally like it's a Schrödinger thing to an extent, you know, because it could be a thing, or maybe it's not a thing. It's just like Schrodinger's cat. Is it alive? Is it not alive? You don't know unless you open the box. How do we open the box that will tell us the truth, like the ultimate truth, like whether it's real or not? We don't know. It's probably never gonna happen, not in our lifetime. Some chose to believe, some chose to not believe, and you know. Anyway, oh God, I really do get lost in my ramblings, because we were, you know, talking about trucks in Romania, and now I'm questioning whether God exists or not. Jesus Christ, that went way too far. Way too far. I gotta, you know. Oh, welcome back to Balls. I was in Balls a little bit ago. First video. So, 2 videos time. To meet it just yet again. I really didn't know. We're literally taking the same road, basically. It's okay though, not a problem at all. But yeah, it's one of the hardships of recording a full trip video, and that's why I refrain from doing full flight videos as well, like in P3D and stuff, because the rambling just becomes, you know, there is only so much you can ramble about, and then you have to start going a little off topic, you know. I have to talk about different subjects so that, you know, it just becomes easier and it flows nicely, and then once you realize you're fucking talking about Schrödinger, and it's weird. I don't know, maybe I'm weird. Craiova, welcome. It's a beautiful city sign. And we're back to where we began, sort of. Because that's not really ground zero, but yeah, let's say. Oh God, come on, red light. Oh my lord, I almost thought I was gonna make it. Oh, so it actually means I can, oh yeah, it's green. There you go. Hehehe, off we go. There's just a little bit more to go. I would say 300 kilometers. We're gonna figure out soon, I guess. I don't want to bring the GPS up because we gotta, you know, stick to the absolute and fully immersive HUD-less camera, which I do love. But damn, I do miss the information. I wish the in-game, the in-truck GPS would show the distance, bottom right corner, anywhere. If only like I could see the distance, because I mean the real life GPS would probably show such information, like the speed and the distance as well. I feel like that's something that's been missing for so long, and it would really, you know, help you making it believable, because as it is right now, it's not the kind of GPS that you would find, you know, black background and then the speed limit and that's it. Like I don't know if that's realistic. Then again, I don't even have a GPS myself, so I can't really say it's not like that, but I assume it does have some text and stuff going on. You know, minimalism is appreciated, but maybe there is a reason why there's no text there. I would say, like, to reduce distraction, because the driver could be always like checking, reading something, and then, you know, it's not cool. Be nearly as dangerous as using a phone if you're like doing that as you drive, because you know, if you take your eyes off the road just for a couple seconds, it's enough to make a mistake, a costly, deadly mistake. So yeah, either way, we gotta refuel. Let's do that right now. Yeet, boys. It's the Christmas truck, and I haven't seen it. Crap. It doesn't show up, does it? The first dialogue screen. I think it doesn't show the distance left. Definitely not. And off we go. Christmas, boys. And now, it's a new section. I've never been to this part of the map, so that's where it begins, the actual new road. Philly-y. Okay. So where's the fun? Here's where, okay, that's better. Here's where the fun begins. As far as exploration goes, because, you know, we've seen all the part shown from now until now. Now every bit was already driven on, and now we're venturing into the unknown. And it's gonna be fun. Lots of new farms. Yeah, it's just a countryside. Apparently, there's not a lot going on. Something else I would like to see in Euro Truck: animals, deers, and then that kind of stuff. Cow. There are cows already. Never mind. But like, you know, wildlife, actual wild animals, boars, you know, that kind of shit. I feel like it would add up a lot to immersion. You know, just having like maybe even like rabbits crossing road a little like far ahead, so that it couldn't collide. You know, like, I don't know, a couple 100 meters away, all the way spot on the corner, and then, you know, you just cross quickly, but like with different spawn points and different, like, you know, timings, so that it doesn't feel repetitive, you know. Because then if you have the same animation over and over again, like Forza Horizon 4, which does have a little bit of wildlife, but it's always like the same animation, and they spawn back at the same point, and they do the same thing, and they spawn back. You know, it's not immersive, it's the opposite of that. But then again, I do understand your point and why it's like that. Because then again, it's a scripted race, you're not like really gonna drive there again. Assume it's a one-lap thing, but when it's a circuit race in Forza, you're going to the same corner, and there's always that same sheep. Yeah, I think there was sheep in Forza, and it's always like doing the same thing, running to the left and then to the right and then back to the center, and boom, vanishes. And does the same thing, you know. That does not add up to the immersion at all, but if somehow they manage to add like randomness, that would be cool. Like having to deal with like animals crossing the road, that would be quite a challenge. Rovinary. Oh boy. 70. Right. Oh boy. And now is that awkward moment when I just run out of ideas what to talk about. Oh great, there's a city. Okay, that's... As you can see, it's like different from any other city that we've already been to. That's what I meant, like with the first video. On the first video, I mean that I mentioned the fact that the cities are very different from each other. Oh boy, someone died there. But yeah, that's quite what I meant. It really doesn't repeat itself. Like every city is very unique, you know, the identity is very strong, and you don't really, you know, you don't get the feeling that, hey, I've been here before, you know, it always feels like a whole new place, which is amazing, of course. Oh, look at the trains. That would make a perfect screenshot, but we're recording a video, so yeah, the screenshot can wait, maybe next time. I hope I don't regret that decision, because that was quite the spot. It really was. You know, the truck and the train, and you just, you know, the truck, the first plane. I don't know if that works for English. Never mind. I've never like read any photography material in English, so no, I guess call it. So I'm just gonna pretend I never even mentioned the thing. Ah, that's the road I saw. The map thingy, as you can see, lots and lots and lots of corners. There's a bridge, which is... Okay, it's not a bridge anymore, it's abandoned. There's a river. Ooh la la, we're speeding up like mad. No raiders, I assume. Just... houses here and there. And solitude. With a lone, sad truck driver. Solitude of a lone trucker, yikes. Redundancy at its very best. Redundancy done right. You call it, you name it. I mean, look at that amazing river. It's another great spot for screenshots. There's this barrier thingy, which looks very aesthetic. Love it. Really love it. And up we go. Or down, it depends. Are we going up? I guess. Or are we? No. We're going down. Oh boy, I really ain't paying attention. Part reminds me of Red Dead Redemption for some reason. I know it's Romania, it's literally nothing to do with America, but it just, I don't know. Striking resemblance with one of the I wouldn't say southernmost because of like the Armadillo area and stuff from Red Dead 1, but during like the first part of the game where you just got like part of the map unlocked, you know, that southernmost part, because then it's not anymore once you unlock the full map. It resembles, it's very, very close. I mean, just delete the road, ignore the road, add some dirt and horses, and there you have it, Red Dead Redemption 2. And of course you cannot forget the Wild West songs, and then there you have it, your perfect game of the year right there. Red Truck Redemption. Yeehaw, gamers. It's quite a road, I'll tell you that. I'm gonna try and finish, like, oh, another cross, someone else died there. RIP. I'm gonna try and finish like half of the deliveries today, and then do the other half tomorrow, because I got a trip Friday. I ain't gonna be back anytime soon. Friday 20th. This video is probably not gonna be released today though. So like Friday 20th could be the video release date, or even a little before that, because I don't know when I'm gonna have time to upload that, or when I'm gonna set up the timer for it. Because you can sort of upload it, and like I said, becomes available at some specific time, so that you can pretend you have uploaded that day, even though you didn't really. You just left some pre-uploaded content, pre-recorded and pre-uploaded, and we made it. Hunidiata, or whatever you call it. It's a village. Is it a village? It does look like it. Yeah, it does look pretty small, if you ask me. There is a nuclear power plant. Chernobyl boys. Okay, let's go. Call for. Oops. Yeah. We're almost halfway through with the discovery as well. With the city discovery thingy. We're going far, boys. We're going far. Oh yes, I'm in a hurry now. $94, come on. I deserve it. Legend. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching this long and full of rambling video. Hope you guys actually enjoyed it. Sorry for rambling too much mid trip. And yeah, if you guys have any feedback or just want to say something, comment sections right down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you wish. I'm not gonna force you to do that. I know you should, because content's about to get a lot better now that I'm actually trying to I never really tried to do anything on YouTube, but now I'm kind of giving it a go. Why not? I have time. So yeah, y'all take care. See you guys in the next one.